My name is Mario Guerrero. I am the CEO of the South Texas Builders Association, and this is our 70th podcast with Scott Whisenant. He is the VP of Sales with the Strucsure Warranty Company. It is a nationwide company based out of Denver, Colorado. Mr. Scott here is a philanthropist, also a remodeler, and a big advocate in the construction industry across the state of Texas. It is our pleasure between me and my co-host Ronnie Cavazos with the Strucsure team to host such a incredible person, also a judge in this year's Gallery of Homes. We started this podcast 4 years ago. We never thought that we'd be here 70 podcasts deep. We want to continue to bring insightful conversations to the Valley, to give you the opportunity to meet the business owners, to meet the business professionals in the construction industry and in all industries across the Valley. We are very grateful for the people that we've been able to reach. We hope that our podcasts keep being honest and real and raw to bring you guys real conversations from real people. Thank y'all once again. We hope that you enjoy this podcast. So a lot of good conversation happening before.
There was. We got into it here pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Didn't take
It's
much.
nice to have people coming from upstate, man, because here in the Valley, it's its own little area.
Island.
Yeah, it's its own little island. It's a big drive from San Antonio to here. We're kind of slightly disconnected, and so it's nice to get you guys down here and we can talk shop and how you guys do stuff up there. And we were talking about some other organization, another builder organization that's in Austin. That created something similar to what we created, right? Builders coming together, focusing on the builders, right. Making sure that the membership is full of builders. Because at the end of the day, and we talk about this a lot, the builder is the middle guy to everybody.
Right, exactly. No, Ronnie, and Mario and I we're having this conversation because it all boils down to our industry.
Yeah.
The thing about bringing us together, it shouldn't be a division. There's enough division everywhere else.
Yeah.
And the one thing that builders have to do for our industry is make sure that we're all fighting for the common cause.
Yeah.
And the only way we can do that is to share the ideas that each builder runs into separately, whether it be from a state level or a city level or, just issues they're battling.
Yeah.
And when builders can come together as a unit, as a group, and sit there and do that, it helps everybody because you're fighting a common cause.
Right.
And it's a big deal to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're always pushing towards in the beginning when the inception of this, we come from a background, and I'm going to use the Mexican culture as an example. The Mexican culture, we Mexicans hold each other down.
Sometimes we do.
Sometimes
it has been historically, scientifically proven that sometimes we hold each other down.
Sometimes we hold each other down, and there's like a strain whenever you see somebody that's like growing, and sometimes it's even like family, right? And it took a while for us to kind of like chip at that little stigma that we have within our own people, right? But I think that it all comes down to building trust, and I think that once people understand that, hey, you know what, there's a group of people and I'm going to use STBA as an example. I truly believe we all want the best for everybody here.
Yeah, and
I truly believe that we're doing what we can for our industry, right? Like we were talking about that meeting that we held on Monday. Did I jump in the fire by making that video and stuff like that? Of course.
Yeah, you did.
I was getting, people were like, you need to prosecute this guy. He should not be calling meetings like this and stuff like that. But the reality of the situation is that I really believe that we, the people, in time of crisis, which right now we're facing some sort of difficulty, right? We should be able to call on our leaders, right. and we should be able to feel comfortable like, hey, we need to put this meeting together for the betterment of our whole industry.
Right.
And we need to figure out what's going on, right? When we set up all the chairs that night, and I was like, it's 200 chairs, like it might be too much, right? But I mean, we had over 350 people in attendance.
Mm-hmm. Standing room only. Yeah, standing room only. So people care. Yeah, people care. I think the most positive thing that I got personally out of the meeting on Monday, people care enough to come together.
Right.
And as long as we got that, man, we got hope.
Well, and that's exactly true, because anytime you have that much participation in an event, you know there's reason they're there.
Yeah.
They're showing up because each and every one of them, and it goes back to what I was talking about. If you can build a coalition where everybody's together and everybody's fighting for the same cause, as long as we're doing it as an industry. Once again, you do it as an industry, and you're right, Mario. We want everybody to be able to have these issues and be able to voice them so we can take it up the chain and say, this is what's going on. It may be different here than it is somewhere else in the state and even on a national level. I mean, with me being a director a life director on the state level and the national level, being a director up there, we're able to see all this stuff. So we talk about these, but we need more unity within the industry as these issues come up, and a platform to be able to talk to it, and an open format that we can go to the state and say, hey, these are some of the things we're seeing down here. You may not see them in Austin, or you may not see them in San Antonio or Corpus or wherever. But because each area has its own unique issues that they deal with.
Right.
The more people come together from different areas of Texas, the more we fill in the gaps, right? Of stuff that we may not know. Oh shit, this is important to the Rio Grande Valley. Oh, this is important to Houston, right? And so the only way to know that is for us to have a seat at the table, and that's been our mission. Excuse my language. For the last 2 years, is to be part of NAHB,
right,
and TAP,
and just like you were talking about, y'all as Hispanics, y'all do have this culture of watching and keeping each other. I mean, y'all are very, very family based, and not just family based, but as a community, you hold each other accountable and things of that nature.
Yeah.
I think now more than ever. I think.
I'm sure more than ever.
Yeah.
Like the whole camaraderie that we've been able to build with the organization. I think people in our organization know that. Like I said, they truly know that we want the best for them. Right. He asked a question earlier when we were running around getting breakfast, if our company participates in the Gallery of Homes, and I told him no. I was like, we're not competing. We don't have a house in it. The only time that we did was Dad put in a sixplex. But I mean, he didn't. It wasn't like a competition or anything because he was in his own. I mean, I think it was the only sixplex in it, right?
He was just trying to sell it. Yeah.
He was just trying to sell it, and. One of the reasons that I believe that's very important is because you cannot it's a level of respect for your membership. You cannot be putting events like this and also participating to compete with your people. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you a little line, because this goes right along with this. My father used to tell me all the time, no one can steal your integrity.
Yeah.
Only you can give it away.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
And you have to start from that point to be able, just like you're saying, I'm not going to put anything in there, being in my position or whatever else, because you can't tarnish your integrity by doing something like that. Yeah. And those are, Ronnie, like we were talking about, it's just the basic common sense things that we talk about. But having that conversation amongst everybody and doing the right thing starts from this level.
And I do it because it's the right thing to do for my builders, right? There's a level of integrity that I believe that whether I'm in this position or the next person in this position or any person that gets in this position, there should be a level of integrity to know that your builders need to know that you honestly have their back.
Right.
And you're not here to compete alongside with them. You're here to make the any situation better, or to just keep the peace, right?
Yeah.
And that's why, I think about it, I'm like, the only thing that we personally do is, we play like the golf tournament and the skeet shoot and stuff like that. But when it comes to these things, never, because we need to make sure that our builders feel that we are truly here for them. Sure. And that's the reason that we called this meeting, because we have a lot of builders that one of the builders was pouring concrete, right? Right. They picked up all the workers and stuff, left the concrete halfway.
Did you see that video by any chance?
No, I have not seen it.
This video went by. You're talking about that one, right? Yeah. This video went viral. It happened last week.
Yes, sir.
At a concrete pour.
It went viral.
Yeah.
It came out on national news and stuff.
I got friends from Miami sending it to me. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, go.
No. They ended up taking all these people, and the crazy thing about that is that half of the people they took have legal documentation to be working here,
right,
and they still were taken. So that's the reason that we made that, and it wasn't because people would be like, oh, well, you want to be calling out certain people. Well, the thing is, if you feel targeted by a video of a person like myself, first of all, I'm the last person that should be voicing this concern,
right?
But I'm doing it because
There's nobody else.
Yeah, and we have legitimate companies that are being hurt, and now it's like it's an economical strain within people here in the valley, right?
Sure.
So that was the reason for the meeting. The meeting was.
We all know the importance of concrete, right? And the time sensitivity of it. To pick up workers in the middle of a pour. Think about this.
Yeah.
In the middle of a pour, and just round them all up.
Right.
And we'll figure it out when we get there.
Well, let's just look at the cost implications of that. If you round them all up and you just poured, what happens to the concrete?
Well,
it's not finished.
Scott, let me tell you what happened to the concrete.
No.
The concrete's fucked up.
Yeah.
And the builder is going to have to pull that out.
Yeah. Where does that money come from?
That's not fair to him.
No, I understand.
And I don't think we should be living in a country like that. This is a capitalistic society, and we care about that, right? We value that.
Right.
That is a direct attack on what we believe in.
Well, then we can come back with the argument, Ronnie, that there's people that say, "Well, pay your people more." There's people that's like, "You
Well,
guys,
why are you hiring immigrants?
Why do you guys like slave labor?" Okay. Let's talk wages.
Let's
right?
talk for real.
Yeah,
because there's a
yeah.
lot of keys that I could punch on a keyboard behind my desk, but then we can talk about reality.
Face to face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the reality is, man, I got to tell you, my labor guys, they get paid really well.
Right. Yeah.
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 Being a skilled labor guy here in Texas is actually a really good profession.
No, it's
Yes, sir.
a
Yeah.
profession.
We just don't have the people that we do, but we don't have enough people that are documented, fully documented, that want to do these jobs. So what do we do?
Right.
Where are we now?
Yep.
Which way do we go?
You know, and the sad part about all this situation is that people are like, well, Biden let all these people in. You're right. But I haven't seen, this is the thing.
Statistically, though.
These people didn't stay here.
And statistically, they were mostly Venezuelan these last few years.
They were like
they're not in the
Chinese.
construction.
They were like Russians,
in our area.
Puerto Ricans that are doing Uber, bro. Like, they're not people that are actually working.
And let me clear this up. Puerto Rico is a U.S. It's a U.S. territory. I'm just saying.
But it's crazy because when people tell me like, well, you're not paying people. Okay, well let's talk city wages, and I'm just gonna use a city.
Any city.
Any city.
Yeah.
The minimum that a person is getting paid at a city is minimum wage is I saw $12.86 and $13.24 an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
Which equates to, what does that come out to in a day?
8 hours.
12
8 hour
times
down.
96, $100, $110 a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starting pay for a chalan and a framer.
I mean, starting pay for a chalan, like just a helper, is going to be in the 100 to 125 range a day. Yeah.
That's what they told me too.
A skilled guy and a middle of the road kind of guy is getting paid 180.
Yeah.
And the foreman, bro, it's 200, 225 at least. Sure.
Yeah.
That's
Well, and you pay.
what do we? Yeah, that is not a slave
No,
wage.
and you pay higher. And just like say, if you have these trades that you believe in and trust, you pay them higher because you know they're going to stay with you.
Because, bro,
they're loyal to you. They're going to stay with you.
Yeah.
And they're going to do the job correctly.
Yeah, and in this industry, because it is a very highly intense and stressful industry,
Work environment.
It's a very tough work environment.
Yes, sir.
You've got deadlines. You've got 9,000 parts that go into building a house, and then you've got 40 houses.
Right.
Like, oh shit, multiply all that, and that's a lot of stress.
Right.
Right.
So it creates an environment where the people that you have around you that are helping you take care of these jobs and get them completed and putting food on your table, they become family to you.
Right.
Because you depend on them so much, right? And you care for their well-being. You care that they're taken care of. You care that they go home and they can take care of their family and put food on the table. They become family to you. If I take you to a job site right now, and hopefully we've got some time to go do that because I'd love to show you what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
You're gonna see, man. It's
you show up
a
and
camaraderie.
Yeah, like
it's
you
like,
show
hey,
up. Yeah.
Sure.
What's up, guys? Yeah, a great
Well,
work environment.
I grew up in the construction industry.
You
And that's
know
what
it.
it's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have all of your trades that know each other, been around each other, and your product shows it in the end because everybody is there for the common cause.
The common cause. Yeah.
So
You're only as good as your team.
that's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no I in team.
There is no I in team.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you build these kind of relationships with people, they are completely necessary in your life.
Right.
And so right now, what the government is doing is basically not just tearing direct families apart, but families that have come together through common goal, through working, through dedication, and all that stuff. All those extended families, man, those are being broken up.
Right.
So if we're in the, if we care about that as a country, people coming together, we're doing the opposite.
Well, it's because at one point you start to ask yourself, like, what is the American dream now, right?
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Because the American dream is something that a lot of people hear from other countries, I'm assuming, right? So you hear of an American dream to better your life, to potentially get a little bit of the pie, to get a little bit of whatever this country can offer, to start a family, to potentially one day buy a home. The American dream is to purchase a home.
Yeah.
It's the purchase of a home. That's the American dream. That's the core American dream. And it's like
Maslow's hierarchy of needs, shelter.
Yeah. Yeah. And it just feels like it's not, the American dream is not being respected. And it's like we were talking with Dad earlier. The problem here is just it's the immigration system that hasn't been able to get resolved. Our politicians haven't been able to put a proper immigration system in place, and also the education system has failed us. Right. It's failed our industry. People say, well, you can go to TSTC and you can go to all these places. You can, but the problem with that is that you're still putting people at debt in order to get a certificate. Most of these jobs could be learned at the job site. So what the solution that I see being in this industry is having the education happen in a high school level. And we were talking about this. Yeah. Hey, man, you get out of high school, let's say you learn how to measure, you learn how to use a power tool, you learn how to use the gun and everything. Hey, you could get out of high school, like you said, maybe you're making 120, 125, and if you're more advanced, you can make 180, dollars a day. But that's out of high school, because people I don't believe that starting, let's say, becoming a chalan at 35 would be the way to go.
I mean, you're a little late to the game.
Yeah. You're late.
You're a little late to the game, but but it's never too late.
Right. But you would hope that by the time you're 25, 26, you have your own crew.
Yeah.
And you have your own jobs, and you're framing your own houses, and you're making good money.
There is good money in this business, and there is good money in labor. I mean, I know electricians that drive around Lambos. You know what I mean? Plumbers, they're doing very well for themselves. Yeah. So it's not about the pay. No. The pay, the wage. I know we've got a lot of that criticism on social media. Or
that the builder sends ICE to pick up the people so that the builder doesn't have to pay them.
Let me put in something here, guys. We get back to all this stuff because there are going to be issues on everything. And the one thing is we got to focus on, there's no such things as problems, there's only solutions. Yeah. We need to focus more on the solution issue. Yeah. And, that goes from the National Association of Builders all the way down through TAB and everything else. One of the things like the Builders Foundation does at TAB, they are very concerned. We've been working, trying to get this into schools, because as we said, if you could take a high school kid, because we know so many people are not going to go to college. And it's even worse now because, the way the colleges are, we all see they've been indoctrinating a lot of stuff coming out.
And it's not for everybody.
No, it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
But if these kids could come out and go through a course in high school, coming out and being an electrician, and come out as apprentice, do you know how much money they could make just coming out as high school? They would be making more than these guys who have degrees coming out of college, starting off as an apprentice. Because some of them can't find jobs.
Without a doubt, Scott.
Without a doubt. So
without a doubt.
It's got to be a focus. And it starts from the top down. Yeah. And we've just got to find the solutions that work, that's going to be beneficial for America, for the people that are out there trying to struggle and do this. So
there was a billionaire of NVIDIA, I believe it was, that said that the next generation of millionaires that we're going to see in this country are going to be plumbers, electricians, and HVAC workers, because there is such a high demand for them, and there's not enough of them. So he's
we don't fill the funnel. We're not filling the funnel.
Right.
Yep. But that goes back to the education system. The education system, when I was, and I'm going to use myself in high school and these young men here that are here that control the podcast, we were never told to go to go and learn a trade.
Well, that's what
they
I'm
got
saying.
rid of wood shop. You know what I mean? Like at some point, we don't even have it. You know, we didn't have it anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
and those electives kind of went away, and that's why I said we need to fill that void, because here's what it boils down to: it's not as much that they don't do it. The marketing, as far as letting these kids know. When I say marketing, we need to be able to say there's an option for you.
Let's make sure we keep this a little close. Just I want to make sure that your audio is good.
That you're. I mean, you have an option to come out and tell this. So that's the biggest part of it. Being able to go into the high schools and say, you know what, here's what you need to think about. If you're not going to college or whatever,
it's okay.
And tell
First
them,
of all, it's okay.
It's okay.
And just like you said, Mario, do you realize if you came out of here as an apprentice, electrician, HVAC, plumber, whatever, and within 5 years and you're a master plumber, what the money you could be making,
Yeah.
you know, and you have to pay, because kids are visual. You have to paint a picture. I used to tell that about my father. I said, I wish he would have pushed me more in golf when I was young, when I started out.
Right.
You know,
Damn it, Dad.
yeah, I would have loved to have that. Yeah. That would have been a great deal, because I would have focused.
We all got daddy issues.
Where would I be, bro? Where would I be?
Thanks a lot, Dad.
Could have gone pro, bro.
Well, I don't know if I'd ever got there, but it would have been a great concept, you know. But anyway, that's
Less stressful for sure.
That's hilarious, for real.
But anyway, that's what we need to get to when we when we start talking about these issues. We need to be able to train and be able to speak, even like y'all as an association. Talk to some of the schools around and go, hey, let's go in and speak to the kids. You know,
Right.
Build an auditorium, fill an auditorium up with people that we can speak to about. This is the possibilities. What would happen if you get into this?
So this meeting opened up many doors, from a congressional level to people that are actively involved in the state of Texas, and they sit on a main board to where like they kind of figure out where they're going to be distributing the money to high schools, right? And we've gotten approached already by this lady that wants to set up a program in a specific high schools here in the Valley to start framing programs, electrical programs in the high schools. So it's raising awareness, right? It's raising awareness to that, because it's like, and I'm going to take it personally and go myself and talk and speak at these high schools starting next year.
Tell your story. That's where it comes from. Telling your story. Because you got started.
Yes, sir. But it's important for a young adult to understand that you don't have to go to college right out of high school.
Sure.
You can save your financial aid. Save it. Hey, if you would tell me, then this is just my personal perspective. When I left to Wayland Baptist, I went to Wayland Baptist in West Texas. When I left to Wayland Baptist for the first 2 years, I wish I wouldn't have gone. Even though you could say, well, you played football and you ran track and you know, you did really well. You're part of an NAIA championship team, all these things. Well, yeah, you're right. But I didn't finish my education.
Right.
I got to my senior year.
Which is the whole point.
Which is the whole point. I got to my senior year in engineering, right? I was studying natural gas engineering there at A&M Kingsville, and I didn't finish.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what I wanted.
Right.
I was too young.
No one knows what they really want.
You know,
I wanted
Dude,
like 14
I just picked up candle making 2 years ago as a hobby, and I fucking love it. You know, dude, I give candles out all the time.
it's right here.
Yeah,
But there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
And I think that the system at one point, at least when I was there, they were super adamant that you have to go. That's the only way. And that's great. I have a brother that's he's currently at the University of Houston at their medical program, right? He's studying to be a doctor. He's going for his doctoral. He's an A&M grad, got his master's at A&M, all that good stuff. And that guy has been bred for fucking school.
Right.
That guy, if you see that guy, if you ever meet my brother, you're going to be like, yeah, bro, like you're going to be a fucking doctor.
Okay, you're a nerd.
Yeah, like that guy does not belong in the world that we live in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's people like that.
Yeah. Right.
There's people
But being part of a society and being part of a team, right? Same thing.
Right.
I would agree, right?
Sure.
That it's the same thing. We're on the same team. Everybody's got a different role.
Sure, they do.
Right. And so, you know, us calling politicians to come speak to us, it's because, okay, guys, this is like, we need a good pitcher.
Right.
And you guys are pitchers. So we called the pitchers to come because we need to finish this game. And
Well,
so,
and that, what
tag,
that,
you're it. Like, your turn.
and what that also does, it now that you have this open
Platform,
platform with the city officials and everything, that makes it that much easier from the state level, from the lobbyists and everybody else that knows that we're saying, okay, y'all have different issues down here than we have up there. So we need to get those people together also from the state, because that's where the laws are all written and everything.
Right.
So we get these people together and say, okay, y'all talk.
Yeah.
Talk to our folks at TAB, that do this, and let's figure out a solution that's going to work for down here.
Yeah.
And that's, once again, it's working all together so we can do it better for the industry, and industry works in every area. And that's what we were talking about with all the EOs. Even at that, the reason that it's great for all the EOs to talk, because even on different things, you were talking about doing golf tournaments and things like that, and I preach that all the time when I'm going around, because I'm going, you have to do those because that's what raises money.
Sure.
But the biggest thing that you do as an association is you're raising money that basically
You're lobbying
funds for our GRC, for our government relations, which protects the industry and the laws that we have to build by. But that, as I said, they're all different in different areas.
Yeah.
So they have to hear the voice of the challenges that you have.
Exactly.
And be able to introduce these people. The city officials need to know from a state level, and everybody needs to talk.
The thing with that, Scott, is that here we've been isolated, right? And we haven't had a voice, and we haven't, not that we haven't had a voice for a negative or a positive, but we just haven't had representation here, at any level, and so it feels like we're barely like this meeting. This is the second time we do a town hall meeting like this, which I believe that after the first one, this one, it was, I mean, I've had people call me like, this was the most professional meeting that I've ever
It was great. It was actually great.
It was just super structured. Everybody was, the whole board took it as super serious. But we've never had this, right? Because we were always
on our own.
On our own.
And that's what I was telling you. That's why you need to keep this flame going, because the whole thing is y'all are moving in the right directions. Sometimes you got to shake the trees to get things going. And you have been kind of on your own little island down here for a long time. But be the racehorse. Get out there and do what the things is, because your members are going to look at you and go, you know what? You're fighting for us now.
Yeah.
You're fighting for us. And then it's the squeaky wheel gets the,
You know who called me? And I was just like, damn, I never hear from you. So I was like, this is pretty cool. It was fucking Scott with Pinpoint.
Okay.
He was like, hey, just so you know, like, he called me. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm dealing with a toddler. I was like 7, right? And my little girl's going all over the fucking place. And shit, and he's like, hi. He's like, stress in the streets is stress at home. I was like, nah, dude, this is actually pretty chill. It's like, what's up? And he was like, no, I just wanted to call to tell you that I really appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, I love that.
I was like, damn. And that's a builder that I never hear from.
Well, and think about this, Mario. Where were we at 5 years ago in this industry? Would that call have ever been made? The conversations and the camaraderie and all that stuff that we have and have had here in the as of late, man, that didn't exist. Right?
Never.
And so coming together has given us this entire
You were to
bigger
me.
platform.
I remember when I would see you. I'll never forget it, bro. At Jackson Heights, and we had those 2 homes in the front, and I remember you would drive in, and you were the guy with the Tesla.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's the Strucsure guy.
Yeah, what's up with this guy?
What's a Tesla?
I was like, what the fuck? You're like, what the fuck? And it's funny because now it's like you're one of my best friends, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, we talk about this a lot. I think Efren alluded to it in the last meeting. Man, we got more friends that are builders than we have regular
friends.
Right? And that's a testament to what we've created, because bringing everybody together has been excellent.
That's what it's supposed to be about. That's what an association does. You bring everything together for a common good.
Yeah.
And a common goal that you can work together on. Because just like we were talking about, grassroots start from the voice of those who need.
Change starts at
the
community.
Yeah. So anytime you can bring everybody together for a common good, you're going to get things accomplished.
It's positive. It's always going to be positive.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's too easy, and
to stop.
The country wants us divided and things like that, but we got to be able to raise the bar and not let people take you down to a level where it's all yelling and arguing. Let's find the solutions. Let's find the solutions, be intelligent about it, and go and say, hey, here's what we're running into. How can we help you help us?
Yep.
And that's really what it boils down to.
And kudos to all the politicians that showed up, bro.
Yes.
That meant
that
meant so much to the builder
Sure
community.
Yep.
They know it. They saw it.
Yep.
They saw the
Well, that's a constituents.
The few empty seats. They saw them.
Sebi, shout out to Sebi, man.
Yeah,
Sebi,
Sebi showed up.
You were amazing. Your speech was amazing, but he told me, he was like, dude, I was not expecting to see this amount of people.
Yeah,
he was like, dude,
exciting.
like this is. It lets you know that one, people are concerned, but it also lets you know that people can come together.
The possibilities there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm really excited, man.
In a week's time.
Yeah. Well, there was some hate mails.
There was a call from my prosecution, but
We're still here. We made it. I think you were very good in clearing up the message throughout the week. And I think that's important because yes, we may have come off slightly aggressive initially, but it got people's attention.
Right.
And then the intentionality behind it was cleared up.
Yeah.
And that was very powerful, Mario. Kudos, bro.
Well, the thing is, dude, I truly care. Care for.
It's sincere.
Yeah, like I really care for not just the industry, but I care for the Rio Grande Valley, and that's why I said it. People ask me like, "Hey, did you write your closing statement?" I was like, "No, I just blacked the fuck out. I have no idea. Like it just came out. You know what I mean?" But I truly care, dude. I've lived everywhere, man. Like when I dropped out of college, I left, right? And and my job was building fences. That's what I did, bro. I was building, and I had to work with like a digger, like a pole digger, right? And my job was to make fences that were 3 feet wide. Well, holes that were 3 feet wide, 3 feet deep, and that was my job. There was days I'd make 40, 46, 50 holes in a day, bro. And I was like, what the fuck did I do in my life? And I was like, mind you, at one point I was in Moultrie, Louisiana. I was in New Mexico. I was in West Texas. I was in Galveston. I was in Houston. I went back to Louisiana. I've been and you live in all these places. And to me personally, when I came home, when I decided to come home, the last place I lived in was in Laredo. Before then I was back in Louisiana, and my brother had just graduated as an engineer, and he was working for Sanchez Oil and Gas. Mm-hmm. Sanchez Oil and Gas is a company owned by the owner of IBC Bank. The owner of IBC Bank owns Sanchez Oil and Gas. His name is Tony. His oil and gas company is based out of Laredo.
Right.
It's about a 45-minute drive outside of the outside skirts of Laredo, and you're working wells at a ranch. Right. A lot of fracking was down there, crazy, right? My brother calls me. He's like, hey, there's a job, but there's a catch. He's like, you're going to be making great money, but you're going to be working at night. But at least you get to come closer to home. Hell yeah. And I did that for 2 years. Because I was already in Louisiana. I was like, screw it. I did it for 2 years, and I was making great money, but I became a fucking zombie, bro. Like, think about it. I would work from 6 in the afternoon to 6 in the morning, and then it was an hour drive back home. So by the time you get home, it's 7:30. By the time you eat your dinner, which is fucking breakfast, your mind's all fucked up and you're out in the middle of nowhere, bro. So that happened, and then the guy that was my boss at the time had like a weird gay moment or whatever, and he was like, I don't know, man. He was just a fucking piece of shit. And you learn, you learn a lot.
Just being frank.
Yeah, you learn a lot because you're like, okay, well, you hate your life.
Yeah.
You hate your life of where you're at.
Right.
And that sucks. But I took a gamble and I fucking quit my job.
Yeah.
And I had a badass spot over there in Laredo. Everything super decked out, but I would never really enjoyed it. I gave everything away. I came home with one duffel bag. I gave everything to Goodwill. The next day, I got a movers, a U-Haul. We packed everything. We donated everything. You're talking about like mesas, fucking furniture, TVs. I gave everything away, bro. And I come home and my dad's like, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "I don't know. I got some money saved up. I'm just gonna figure it out." You know, I was like 27 at the time, and I was like, yeah, I'm a little beat. So I've been working oil field for a while. I need to just like chill, right? And that's when my dad was like, "Well, if you become a realtor, you can sell my shit."
Right.
And he kicked me out of his house that same day because I had slept at his house, and he's like, "You're not gonna sleep. You're not gonna stay here. You're a grown ass man. You're not going to live here. Your mom lives here.
Go figure it out."
Yeah. He was like, he was like,
as
get
it
out.
should be.
As it should be.
Yeah. He was like, get out.
Yeah.
And I got out. And that's how like you go through all these things, and that's why I love the Valley, bro, because it's like I've lived everywhere, and here in the Valley, at least for me, it's all love.
Right. Well, Mario, what it comes back to, I mean, your whole story and everything goes back to the same thing is you have a passion for what you do. You know, and the reason you're doing such a great job is because you have a passion for not only the industry, but the people that you're working for. The
community.
I mean, the community and what you're working for and everything else. So it doesn't work unless you love what you do.
Yeah.
And you've come into your own, and you've done a great job down here, and you need to continue to that. Continue to use your mind, like we were talking about last night. All the things that you were thinking, putting these deals together. What brings everybody together, not just here, but everybody, so you can share the ideas. I mean, it's like I tell people with Structure Home Warranty, what we do, not a selfless plug here or anything, but our owner a long time ago when we came up, and the reason we sponsor from a state level all the way down, all the locals and everything, is because we knew if we put enough money into it that protected our industry as far as our lobbying, as far as our GRC and the things like that, if we put enough money into the state and the locals that would give them the opportunities to fight issues like we talk about, the business would come back to us.
Yeah.
So the nice part about what we do, we don't have to have tons and tons of salespeople all over the country and everything, because number one, we're very automated, but also we do this and we build relationships because they see how much that we do from the state and local levels.
Right.
Use the money to empower.
Yeah, so
the industry.
People say they appreciate that. In the same way, what they're going to do with you and y'all's organization is builders. They see what you're doing for them, and they're going to appreciate that, and they're going to continue to come together as a community, as a building community, and y'all are going to do marvelous down here. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're just being honest.
yeah, and he's right. I mean, anything that you're going to do that's great, you just got to keep at it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen right off the bat, you just got to keep going until it does happen. So I'm really excited about what's coming.
Yeah.
A little scared because we're still living through a time that's tough for everybody. But
Hey, I'm 67. I still make mistakes.
Yeah.
So,
I fuck up every day. Every day.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The good thing is we're all broken, but hey, we're deeply loved.
Yeah.
And we are American.
Yeah.
And we are.
And I'm very proud to say that.
Oh, yeah.
And so it is our country.
Yeah.
We're part of it also. And we gotta make it work.
I think that's one of the things that I love the most, bro. I love the most. Like, I have all the pride in the world to say I'm an American. My wife laughs at me because she's like, "But you're Mexican." I'm like, "No, dude, I'm a fucking American."
Look at my ID.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's great. I love it.
She's like, "Wait, you in Spanish? In Spanish, there's just saying that it goes, "Tienes el nopal en la frente," meaning that you have the cactus on your forehead.
Yeah. You're Mexican.
You're Mexican.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get it. I know that my heritage is Mexican, but I'm an American.
Yeah.
My grandparents were born here. My parents were born here. We're American.
Yeah.
And she thinks it's funny because she's like, "You're the most Mexican person that I know, and you don't say that you're Mexican." I'm like, "No, dude, I'm an American." Like,
Well, I'm German. I'm German.
Yeah.
I'm sixth generation German Texan.
Yeah.
I don't walk around going, I'm a German.
Yeah.
This is what I tell her. If tomorrow we go to war, tomorrow, I'm going to have to fight for the United States Army.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm American.
I'm American.
But that's like we were saying, Ronnie. It goes back to it's we the people.
Yes.
All of Americans. It's we the people. And as a voice, as a community, as a grassroots or whatever it is, it's all about we the people. And we the people have to take back and have common sense.
Yes.
Running this country.
Yes.
We have to have a common sense where they look at every industry, every person, what the battles that we go through, and understand that we need to fight. They need to fight up on the Hill, state levels, everything. They need to fight for we the people.
Yeah.
You know.
And
we are the ones that have the power.
Right.
We seem to forget.
Exactly.
But we fucking do. And it's not that hard. We just got to go vote.
Common sense.
27%, right? Is that what you said?
Somewhere right in there. It's just nuts.
One of the most powerful most powerful country that has ever existed in the history of mankind.
Less than 50%. Just say less than 50%.
Less than 50%
voting for the
voting output.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
So,
but that's because
they don't know how serious it is. And, and they've been actually, let's face it, we live in a time of media that is just corrupt all over the place, and they go
it's
talking
bullshit
points
every day, all day.
because They want to keep it separated because power, as long as they can keep it separated, that's how they keep their power. You know, as
Yeah.
long as they have the vision, that's how they keep their power. We need to remember that we are the people that they are that are paying them.
We have the power.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's all we did when we called the meeting on Monday. It was just, hey guys, this is your job.
Right.
We're just calling you to the table because look, these are our issues, and you're the only one that can help us with it.
Right.
Now, one of the things that we did make very clear, and thank you to Mr. Omar Ochoa for showing up to the meeting.
Yes,
That was
thank
awesome
you, bro.
to see.
I texted you.
Yeah, thank you so
didn't
much.
text me back, but okay.
Text running back, bro.
Okay.
He shows up to this meeting, and one of the things, look, we spoke on the phone prior to the meeting, and he was like, there's honestly not much that we can do as mayors, right? I told him, that's great, but I think people should know, and they need to hear it from you.
Yeah. If nothing else, tell them what you're telling me.
Yeah, exactly.
They need to hear
Be
it from
honest
you.
with us.
Yes. Because as a person, I have nothing but respect and love for you. And I respect you even more for being that honest and being like, you know what, bro? Like,
I can't do shit.
Because guess what? They're going to hold you accountable, so we're just trying to hold you accountable.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
But
he
they-
showed up, and he did a great job explaining what they can and cannot do.
Yep.
And one thing that I wanted him to know, and all our elected officials, like, use us.
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say, how can we help you then?
Yes.
If you don't have the
Yes.
power, how can we help you
Yes.
in this
Yeah.
situation?
Yes. Yeah. Is there a solution that can be had between us
Yes.
right here?
Yeah.
And if there is, great. Or if there's at least a way to push it forward,
Right.
then we've got something.
And that's what I was saying. Y'all have the contact with the people. That's why you need to get them involved and introduce them to our lobbyist folks
Yeah.
out of TAB
Yeah.
and the people that do have the power that can sit there and deal with these issues.
Yeah.
Take so take Wesco for example. Just going back to the people that came to the meeting, the mayor of Wesco. He brought his chief of police.
Yeah, chief of police.
Great.
Hey,
That's the guy. We need to talk to that guy.
Super
because,
smart. He was like, I'm here, but I brought my chief.
Yeah, but I can't do shit. But yeah, because and the reason that I bring that up is because look, we're not against ICE.
Right.
Man, they're people too, bro. They put on their pants just like we do. They got
They're doing their
families and
job.
kids. They're doing their job. We get it. But just like any job or any company or any group of people, there's bad apples.
Yeah. In anything,
And there's bad apples, and we've all seen it, right? We've all seen the videos on social media of some of these raids kind of getting out of hand, getting aggressive and stuff like that. That is where the chief of police and the mayors do come into play,
Right.
dude? They can't break laws either,
Yeah.
right? I'm not saying all of them, because we have mad respect for them, but the ones that do. There's
Hold them
got to
accountable.
there's got to be accountability,
Yeah.
right? Because we still live in a country of laws, and we still have our Constitution that we all believe is the most important document of our country.
Right.
Aren't y'all held accountable as your jobs as builders and
Of
everything?
course,
Of course.
yeah, of course.
And that's why we have.
We're all held accountable.
And that's why we have warranty companies like yours to help us.
Yeah.
Mitigate those issues. Yeah.
But what we all have in common, whether we work in the same industry or we don't work in the same industry, is that document.
Right.
Our fundamental rights as Americans.
Yep.
What we have gone to war for, what we fought for.
Exactly.
All the struggles that we've been to get as a country to get to the point that we are based on our founding fathers and that document.
Right. Yep.
Why is it that we at the meeting talk about the mission statement? Right, because that is the most important document of our organization.
Exactly.
Yep.
This
It's
is
your
what
voice.
we stand for.
That's your
This
voice.
is where we're heading. This is our direction.
Yep.
And so we protect that as Americans. We have to, all of us, protect that document.
And that's what it boils down to. We just want our voice heard.
Yes.
Be heard. We're going to sit there and we want to, as I said, we want to help you help us.
Yeah.
But these are the issues. Just hear our voice.
Yeah.
Because it's something that we need to get fixed.
And that's something that I tried to make extremely clear, and I know you did too, is that we were like, hey, use our platform.
Right.
Use our platform. These are our concerns. And like, once again, thank you, Mr. Omar, for showing up and doing what you did and giving the speech and stuff. And also to Savvy, because I wanted them to know, use us.
Right.
And if you can't do anything, well, thank God that now we have people from Congress that are in direct contact with me. And we're gonna have meetings now with them, and we're gonna figure out how we can
move it forward.
Yes, because if it's not an issue that we can fix locally, which we totally understand, that we have to take this to a congressional level, then we're willing to do that, right? As an organization. And one of the things that I took from this meeting is that I think everybody's on board and knows that there is an issue, and we do have constitutional rights that are being violated in all forms, levels, for people that are either legal or not legal. There is a problem, and we can't
ignore it.
No, like it's some, and if you do turn a blind eye, it says a lot about you.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, it's not good for the country. Going back to we have a duty.
Yeah.
As Americans to make sure that's
there's no such thing as a problem. There's only solution. If you look and focus on the solution.
Well, shout out to NAHB, because NAHB just released that they are gonna be going to Capitol Hill and talking about this stuff now. Yeah, they just voted on it, bro. I had somebody from NHB. They were like, "Hey, why didn't you make it to the Denver meeting?" I'm like, "Bro, you understand how busy I am? Like, I can't just go right now, bro. Like, spend a week out there. Like, I'm extremely busy." And they're like, "Well, just so you know, we wanted to let you know personally that NHB
heard you.
They have decided to go."
Yeah,
and that's great.
Go on and tackle this issue that we have.
And that's kudos to Marjorie Taylor too. I mean, she's been raising a voice to this thing. And she's taken a lot of big political hit, but she's a builder. Yeah. And she gets it.
Who was telling me that? Was that you, or who was telling me that she's a builder?
She's a builder. Yeah. So she's like, oh shit, wait, no, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And raising awareness. So I mean, that's the type of conversations that need to be had. Realistic conversations, because this is going to affect our industry.
Trump's a builder. He's a builder and developer. He knows. So he knows. And this is that's what I'm saying.
Trump, no mames.
So it's as I said, it's a huge situation that everybody's trying to figure out. But let's see some movement. Let's see some movement forward. And and you always have to be, just like I say, the great job y'all are doing is you have made contact. And there's going to be a lot of small meetings come out of that, because the conversation has to continue. You have to have the conversation continue. So always be available. Be there to show up and say, let's keep this stirring. Let's don't, because it's so easy in politics that things get sidebarred, put on back burner and stuff.
I agree.
You got to be able to be in that.
And that's why we made it a point, the organization made it a point to call the next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've talked. We all know what's being discussed. When's the next meeting? Date set.
Exactly.
Date set. Timelines done.
Have an agenda. Here's what we're gonna focus
Here's
on.
What's next?
Don't make it a wide open deal. Have an agenda. Say we're gonna talk on these three. See what we can get moved on these three issues here.
And that's what we did this
What's
last
the next
meeting.
step?
We had a whole agenda. We stuck to the agenda. Julio was our moderator.
He killed it.
We were like, who can we put to control the microphone? Julio.
Yeah. And now he'll be the moderator forever. Because he did great.
No, he did great, man. He did great. But we have such talented people on our board and I think we all kind of
finds their space.
Yes, everybody has what they're good at. You know, and Julio's one of those persons that took full control of that meeting. And I mean, once again, thank you to all the elected officials that did show up to this meeting, and to be there and seeing all the people that showed up to see what you for your representation. It was cool. It was real cool, man.
I agree, man. One thing I do want to touch on just really quickly, being down here in the Valley, and welcome.
Thanks.
Right?
Appreciate
How often
it.
do you come
Thanks.
down?
Well, you know, I have 12 HBAs that I deal with across the state, 11, 12. Anyway, so I'm all over the place. But with what y'all are doing here, I will be supportive if I can of everything you do. So
thank you, sir.
And thank y'all for having me down, and thank you for showing me what you're doing, and thank you for your passion, the passion that y'all have driving this thing, because it is, y'all have been just kind of on an island down here, and we want to be able to help that from a state, and trust me, the people at state, there is a lot of power, and they've done amazing things for through the legislature for us over the past, forever. So we just need to make sure that we get them involved and help out the people down here that can help everybody. So anything we can do.
And you know what? You're right. We haven't been there, and we haven't had a seat, and we haven't been able to express what our area is about, right? And what it's like, and what's our culture like, and what do we go through. They have no idea.
No.
Really, because we've never gone.
Right.
And so our responsibility is to, just to start to inform them doing things like this.
We're definitely the new kids on the block at a state level. We're definitely the new kids on the block on a state level. But I am very proud that we are, because within the family of Tab and within the family of NHB, because when I started going around, it was like, hey, wait, you can't really talk yet because you're not a member.
Because your style is what you want to be able to get it out there. No, I understand. I remember when you showed up the first time.
It was like, we have a fucking problem in the valley.
You and Julio were like, man, these cats are they're wired. Let's get them going. You know?
Oh, shit.
They need to be involved, you know.
What are they on? I want some of that Ozempic.
It made the meetings more interesting, let me tell you that.
Hey, Scott, and they're gonna get more and more exciting.
Scott was like, this is shit we need.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But Scott
I feel like I was in a revival.
He's got the popcorn. Like, it's like, oh shit, this is gonna get fun.
It's about fucking time. Shit's boring. Scott.
No, it was great.
That's hilarious.
It was great. It was great.
I think you can count on us to do that.
I have no doubt. No, and as I said, what y'all are doing, just keep it up. I mean, because sometimes you have to stir the pot, but at the same time, stir the pot correctly.
Yeah.
Because you never want to alienate the people that can actually change, make the change. So we have to find a way to all work together.
And in all honesty,
understandable. And you know, things can get heated sometimes, but at the end of the day, you're right.
We're all here to resolve
common
goal.
Yeah.
So,
and in all honesty, Mr. Scott, we've always been and had the best intentions for the industry. I'm not just going to say organization, but I believe that we've always had the best interest for the industry. We're not here to suppress anyone. We're not here to hurt anyone. Now, we did raise some concerns to an issue that we were facing here in the Valley for 30 years, 35 years, where you had people that didn't know we can go to these meetings, that we were never really told, like, hey, there's these meetings that
you can be a part of,
that you're a member of.
You need to know about this stuff.
Yeah, we were oppressed.
And we went through that now. Other people would like to say, well, I've been going to these meetings for fucking 10 years. And then when we showed up, they were like, hey, we haven't seen anyone from the Valley for like 35 years, dude. How's it going down there?
I thought you said, liar.
They were like, what do you mean you're from the Valley? I'm from the Valley. I was like, yeah, I grew up in McAllen. The hell? They're like, we haven't seen anyone. I think one of the board members was like, dude, I think it's been like 40 fucking years.
Is this what y'all look like?
Yeah, like, it's like, dude, but those are so now being the new kids, the new organization, we're brand new and all that stuff.
Your voice is going to be heard.
But we want to make sure that we are also used by TAB, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, use us, man. You have us down here.
Right. If nothing else, we got a shit ton of energy.
Yeah.
So
whatever you need from us,
we're down.
Whatever you need from us, because we want to help. We know that TAB is our strongest advocate.
Right.
In the state level.
Yeah. And that's where those are the ones that can protect us.
Yeah. So we need their help because they protect us. Right. And whatever we can be of help down here, dude.
But unless they know, that goes back to what I'm saying. Yeah. Unless they know what these issues are, because going back to the same thing, if you haven't had representation up there, they don't have any idea what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So y'all have to be the voices that bring these issues up to say, hey, this is what we're battling with.
Yep.
We're not yelling, we're not screaming, we're just saying it's a major issue and we need your help.
And you know what? It sucks because I know that mainly the issue it wasn't even like a local government thing or anything. It was more like, well, we haven't really had any representation, right? Like we didn't even know that we can come to these meetings.
Yeah.
So that was the issue. And that's still something that they're dealing with, right? But we have something more important. We have a whole region where we, in the span of 5 years, people have came to believe in what we're doing.
Well, the Valley is, I just drive around. I mean, you've taken me all around. And this isn't the Valley I used to remember.
Yeah. It's grown.
I mean, not only grown, but it's modernized. Look at this house. I'm looking at this house going, this is freaking awesome.
It is for sale, Scott. I can put you in contact with my roots.
This is a Strucsure home.
Yeah, you'll be down here more often.
This is what
your place.
Yes.
This is what our president builds.
Yeah. No, we're really happy to have you
down on the island.
Of course we can. We have some there for you already.
Oh,
Yes,
dude? Oh.
yeah. I'll bust out the contract in a little bit.
Just for your signature.
Yeah. It's real quick. It's real quick. Yeah.
Don't read the fine
You
print.
can wire it later. It's not a big deal.
Anoche lo llevé a comer mariscos al camarada.
Good, where? Which one?
We went to La Michoacana over there by,
Nice.
dude.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you want to eat? And he's like, anywhere you want to go. And I was like, look, dude, I ain't going to take you somewhere fancy. I'm going to take you somewhere like
Real.
good.
And what did I say?
I
I said,
did.
I'm one of these people when I travel, I don't like to do the touristy stuff. I want to go where the locals go.
Yeah.
Because I
Show
could
me-
take you for the fancy shit.
No.
I
Yeah.
could do that. We
No.
could do fancy all day. But I
No,
was
fancy is good.
Hey.
I'll go to the fancy.
Yeah.
He was like,
We go
holy
afterwards.
shit, this
Yeah.
is good. I was like, bro. This
Man,
Yeah.
it was great.
I was like, bro.
I'm really happy that you're down, bro. I want you guys to come down more often. I want the
Sure.
guys up where you guys are at, New Braunfels and Austin and San Antonio, and any of the builders there, any of the vendors, or anybody from Tab that you talk to. Man, go visit the guys down there.
Well, I'll tell
They
you
would
what.
really love to see you, and we'll
Yeah.
take care of them, bro.
Yeah.
We really want them to come down here and see our culture, see what we're about, see what we're doing, see the talent that exists down here, and the possibilities, because, man, they're vast.
Well, I
And-
tell you what, I understand that. What'd you say? Y'all had 85 boats in the tournament last year?
86 boats.
86 boats.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
do we have a picture of that? That's a powerful picture. Can we please pull it up?
Dude, check
Yeah.
this shit out. It's crazy.
this
bro.
is.
We
You
have
know,
a
he told me that,
video.
and I was like, builders are fishermen.
Let
Yeah.
me tell
They
you,
love to fish.
Scott.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, bro. You have no idea what the fuck I went through. So we go to Washington to get this charter.
Right.
Right. That weekend was the fishing tournament.
Wow.
So we go through the, people go.
And you gotta go. You gotta go,
And
Mario.
you gotta
Yeah.
go. And I went with the attorney. There was people there that were talking against us getting chartered.
This is
All
make or
this
break.
shit, bro.
This is the existence
Yeah.
of our organization
Yeah.
and its purpose.
And there, well, we get the. I want to show them that video right now. We get the charter, bro. Thank God. And I'm like, we got to get our asses to the airport because we got a flight from
tournament's
Washington. We got to go from
Yeah.
Washington to Houston, from Houston to the Valley, right?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
By
well,
the next morning at 6 a.m.
I gotta be at 6 a.m. because I need to be here.
Right.
It's
Sure. It's your event.
I gotta make sure I'm there.
Right.
I am responsible for this. The Friday night we do registration and we do a party. So I missed the party. I missed the party because Friday
And
was.
I bet it was a party.
Oh
wasn't it?
yeah,
you got to come down more
but we
often.
need to be
You'll
there.
like that about what we do.
Well, I've already seen that. Y'all do things a little
Yeah.
different down here.
Look at this. Look at this shit, bro.
Dude, that's like a parade. That's crazy.
No, wait,
Look
bro.
at all the boats, bro.
This is today. This last one, right?
Wow.
No. Keep watching. Watch.
That's me. Wait.
That was you?
I'm in
There we
boots,
go.
bro.
Look at them.
Wow.
That's powerful. All coming out.
Dude, you need to put that on podcast.
Look at
Just
that.
so let
Look at
them see.
that.
That is cool.
That's 86 boats, bro.
Man.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, that could turn into a
and
big
growing.
bit.
Wait, so let
Yeah.
me tell you. We get the charter, we get to the airport, and my attorney's like, I'm gonna just follow my lead. Follow my lead. He's like, hey, we need your help. He's like, we get to the airport, we need your help, we need to get through, blah, blah, blah. They start moving us through, and I don't know what the fuck. The TSA was like, we got you. They put us through, bro. We get through the fucking airport. Badass. We made it because we were running late to our flight.
Right.
That's what happened. We were running late to our flight. There was something in Washington that was going on. There was like some sort of parade with Trump or something like that. And we get there late. We make our flight. We get to Houston. Long story short, my flight gets canceled in Houston.
Oh.
Yeah.
It got canceled, bro. So it got pushed, delayed, and then it gets canceled. And I'm like, fuck it. And I rented a car. So I go to Enterprise and I'm like, hey, I need to rent a car. I need a car. And the guy's like, okay, yeah,
I need
yeah.
a fast car.
Yeah, I was like, I need a car. Like he's like, okay, what do you want? I was like, I want
Can I have an escort
Yeah.
too? with this?
please.
That would be awesome.
Imagine. Fuck,
I just
bro.
came from the Capitol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, mind you, this is like 12 o'clock at night. And so it kept getting delayed. I was supposed to fly out at 9, get to the Valley at 10, and then from 10, I was going to drive over to SPI, sleep there that night, and then wake up to do the horn. I end up getting the rental car at 12, and it was pretty cool because the guy's like, we have a couple sports cars or whatever, and I get there, and I'm like, I want that. And it was like a Golf GTI, little fucking coupe. I didn't bring this motherfucker down from like 85, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm running from Houston all the way to the SPI straight.
yeah.
I got there at 5:50. I get there, I pull in, boom, like I pull in, bro, boom.
Hockey, stop it.
Yeah,
Coming in hot.
Yeah, coming in hot, and I walk in, and I with the fucking air, like I walk in, I get the air horns, everything, and I was like, I need one of the guys with Golden Valley Homes. Shout out to JP. They had their own boat, right?
Right.
And I'm like, can you take me out to the middle of the water so I can do this horn thing? Mind you, bro, I hadn't slept in over 24 hours.
Yeah.
I hadn't slept, bro. I fucking go out there, boom, I do the horn thing, whatever, and I'm just like so thankful that I got there.
Good.
I'm like, thank God I got here. Well, I get there and still no sleep. We had a condo, go to the condo, and I had breakfast with my parents, and we were talking about the whole experience, and my dad's like, you're fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Like, why, like, the fact that you rented a car to get here and you drove all night, but, I mean.
It says a lot, though. I think the organization and all the builders and the vendors, and, man, they all appreciate it. They see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Well,
dude,
that's just it.
This guy's showing up.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Anytime you can get builders all together like that too, but to show that y'all put the effort, the time, and everything else, and that's what I was saying. You know, we were talking last night about how can we get, groups together.
Yeah.
Boy, nothing brings them together better than a fishing tournament.
Well, I tell you,
Yeah.
it's because
Or a party. Or both.
Or both.
Yeah.
And a concert, I hear.
it's because so I'm telling him that this
Wait, a
year
concert?
we're gonna add a concert
Oh,
to our
shit.
fucking fishing tournament.
Nice. That's going to be fun. That'll be nice.
Who do
we
you
got?
who do you think I've been talking to?
Nah. Who?
Mr. Pulido.
No, really? Oh, dude, that's badass.
He's gonna.
And he'll do it. And he'll do it because he's like that. Yeah.
So
He's running for Congress, by the way. Bobby Pulido.
yeah. He's gonna. We're gonna go see him on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Builder friendly.
I wanted to take
No,
you.
but
You're
you're
not
not-
gonna-
Real builder friendly.
You're not gonna be.
It's like
here.
I say, we're
I
not.
know.
We're it's not. We're not R. We're not L. We're H.
Yeah.
We're housing.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
housing.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
It's all.
Yes.
Those
yes.
guys back us.
Yeah.
Find those folks that back
Yeah.
our industry.
So what I was telling Scott last night is that I have this crazy idea that I want to do a major. Man, I was just chilling in my backyard and I was like, I want to put on a major meeting, and I want it to be South Texas,
Yeah.
our area caucus, just us. Mm-hmm. Let's fucking bring everyone together.
Oh, you're talking about like from San Antonio and from.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Area
Hey.
4 caucus. Area 4
And
caucus.
we'll even invite the opposition. Come on, all the ops. Let's go.
So we're. Have you been? Have I taken you to Bougie? I haven't
not
taken you.
yet, not
Let's
yet.
go after this. Can
Okay.
we? Do we have
Yeah,
time?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sure.
I want to take you there. It's an Airbnb community that we're doing, real like
Oh,
boutique resort style, bro. Let's bring everybody down. We'll have it there.
Let's do it.
Be my
that'd be
guest.
So what I was telling
Yeah.
Mr. Scott is that we can use the fishing tournament.
Yeah.
And we can use the
Bring
fishing
'em.
tournament, and we'll put everybody at
Hey,
Margaritaville.
Yeah.
Think of this. What? There's nothing.
Go.
that-
Yes.
There's nothing.
I see it turning.
There is nothing better.
Scott's
than-
excited.
than-
Oh shit.
Okay, so in our area caucus, we have New Braunfels, we got San Antonio, we got
Corpus.
Victoria, Corpus, Young, Rio Grande, and Laredo.
Yeah.
Let's do a caucus tournament, and it's competition. Who
I'm
wins?
down.
Wins
Yeah.
out of it.
I'm down.
Yeah.
So now it's a competition. Not only
Yes.
is it bringing everybody together and to talk as builders and everything, but now
Yeah.
it's going to be a competition. Who's going to? And we develop a huge trophy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it goes from whoever wins
From-
it
from area
And
to area.
and every year because I do
Dude.
this pro-am every year, and it's a huge trophy, and whoever wins it each year, it's like
So
the
we-
Stanley Cup trophy. You
Yeah.
get your name on it.
We do the same for our golf tournament.
Yeah.
Every year, people fight, or people play for the same tournament, for
But do they cheat?
for the same trophy. Because you're turning 48s or 46s over here. What did you put the
Bro,
other?
I don't even, I, when you called me, I was asleep at home.
I was like, hey,
I was like,
dude,
bro,
what the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck they put, bro. Just scratch us out, whatever.
I was like, you're the fucking president, bro.
It wasn't me.
I was telling Mario that's why I started the pro-am, because the first tournament I ever sponsored, the winning score was a 43.
Yeah, damn.
And I went,
They beat
y'all-
us. There's no fucking way.
I was like, y'all realize
Cheaters.
that's mathematically impossible, don't you? So now the pros have to keep score. So it's great. It's a great event. But
No, that's a
that would be-
that's a great idea, man.
It's like the Stanley
Let's get
Cup
everybody
of
together.
fishing tournament.
I think it would be good to get everybody together. Look, we are the South Texas Builders Association, right? And one of the things that I was just thinking, like, we have a caucus, and I was like, okay, we have a caucus, right? we need to understand what our area is dealing with, so that when
Right.
we go to the state, we go with a purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
This is
and
not,
we go united.
Yes, this is not Rio Grande or STBA or
No, it's the whole
or
Congress.
Laredo. No, it's like, hey, we're an area.
Right.
Fine, we have our differences, whatever, but we still have a region.
But you
And-
have commonalities too.
Yes.
So don't forget, there's commonalities that you
There's
learn
always-
from each other.
Yeah, so it would be good to understand what we're facing in our area, and then go to Texas and be like, hey, okay, guys, as a caucus, as an area, this is what's happening.
And I'm going to tell you right
Yeah.
now what that's going to do. If you were able to pull off this thing,
He'll
listen,
do it.
if you're able
It'll
to
be
pull this
set up
off-
by next week.
because what's going to happen then? Every caucus in Texas will start doing competitive.
Yep, they're gonna want to do the
events.
same thing.
Whether it's golf tournament, whatever they'll come up with, because they'll all do one. But to do a overall caucus competition,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
And then
Winners
we
forever.
would literally be inviting everybody to our home turf, because
Yeah.
Right. And then next
Because
year,
that's also
you
our-
go up to
our-
Corpus or
Yeah.
something and do it, and have them host it.
Yeah, that'd
and
be
then you go
cool.
to Victoria because they do theirs, further north. So
Yeah,
it was just an idea.
bro, let's do that. I think that
that's-
would be so great, man.
Yeah.
Get to know everybody in the other regions.
And invite the presidents of, let's invite the presidents.
Yeah.
Let's invite the boards, and let's invite their builders and bring them down. And because Texas is so big, Tab is so big. Tab is a monster.
Right.
It is a monster.
well, Texas is so strong nationally.
Yeah.
We have to keep Texas strong.
Yep.
Yeah.
More than anything, we
Yeah.
have to
Agree.
keep it because we've got the powers that be, and everybody's moving here now too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
It's
only
a very
protects us.
powerful state, and we're part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we're proud to be.
So I'm gonna use the fishing tournament.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to Margaritaville, and I'm gonna see what we can do, what kind of special rate we can get, and hopefully you're here for that.
Yeah. Well,
How quick can you set this up, Mario?
Bro, I know, dude.
No,
I'm
really,
just gonna
really.
make
No, let's be
calls.
realistic. How can we set this up pretty quickly?
Well, you're probably gonna-
Well, let me be very honest with you. The fishing tournament is already set.
yeah. It'll do it for
So
the
we
year
would have
after
to
that.
do it next year.
Yeah.
No, like we would. Yeah, it would be for the
27.
2026
Yeah.
because we're 2025.
Y'all are having. Oh, so your fishing tournament's coming up in
Yeah.
25?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
you're
in December.
It's no.
No.
Our fishing tournament is in May.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. 2026.
So
already
that'd be
set.
2026.
Yes, sir, 2026.
So 2027 would be when you'd have to do the one.
We can't get it by 2026.
That's what I'm saying. It would be
Well,
for
yeah.
2026.
Yeah. Okay. So the
Yeah.
next one coming up.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Badass.
We're already
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
No. Yes.
2025.
The next one we got coming up is
It's
2026.
But that's for
and
y'all.
we have time.
But that's for y'all's.
No, I want to use
That one.
The caucus.
for our area caucus tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Which is perfect timing.
We have sponsors, we have all that stuff.
Yeah.
it's
Okay, well, here's-
it's a
I'm gonna-
meeting being
Yeah.
thrown by STBA. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Okay. Go.
Yeah, what I was going to say, because these guys that are coming to come down, they're going to have time to plan. There's
Yeah.
budgets that have to be planned, for sponsors and things like that.
When's the date?
I believe it's
And a lot of the
May
budgets
something.
May.
for like companies like us and
Yeah.
everything, a lot of that budget has already
Yeah.
been. In
We don't fuck
partnerships.
around, Scott.
No, I
we
evidently
don't
y'all
fuck
know.
around. If you say we got to do something, we're going to do it. But it's in May, and I think that maybe we have enough time.
Well, this is where it's gonna give y'all an opportunity to talk to the other EOs and
Yeah.
the areas in our caucus and say, hey, this is what we'd like to do. I would put a business plan together and say, hey, this is what we envision it looking like. And it's gonna be a competition between caucuses and whoever wins it. And it'll be, here's the name of the company, here's the member, where you're a member at, and that'll go on the plaque for them. And it'll be transferred to each one. And then next year, Corpus can host it, but let's keep this thing going.
Yeah.
And then everybody in the country will start doing this.
I
stuff.
love it.
I
I
do too.
love it. I love it.
When is the fishing tournament?
May 1st and 2nd.
Yeah. I think we got time, bro. Well, let's call up all the.
You have to jump on it quick.
Yeah.
We're gonna the fishing tournament this year.
I think that's the most powerful thing we can do, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'll be great.
And that'll be huge on a state level.
Yeah.
Because we're saying, not as just a local, we're coming together as a strong caucus.
Yeah.
Now we're coming together as a caucus, and we really want to bond
Yep.
and build that unity within the caucus
Yep.
too.
Okay, I'll see you Wednesday.
And our caucus will blow up.
Yep.
I mean, now that y'all know, you can come
Now we
up,
got power in numbers.
people will all come up there and be there. So
What?
May 1st and 2nd is the fishing tournament.
And we're gonna invite.
So-
we're doing it.
and where do y'all do it out of?
We
That's
do it
yeah.
out of Louis' backyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
SPI.
and we know the owner of Margaritaville. So I'll
Yeah.
call the owner and we'll be like, look, bro, this is what we're going to do. I'll have Paco drop some fucking beautiful shit.
Yeah.
And we'll invite everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
we need to call a meeting with all the EOs.
all
Yeah.
like South
yeah.
Texas, South
Yeah.
Texas.
Because you got to check their calendar too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody has events all
But
over
this
the
is
place.
so far down that you should be okay.
No, I've already got calendars for everything in
Yeah.
26.
Really?
On every
Yeah. No,
and that's another thing I was going to tell you.
we could
So
do
when
it.
you do events, if you can send me a meeting planner, or a lot of the locals will sit there and send out for my sponsorship.
Shit,
type
it's already
stuff.
going to be 11.
It'll sit
Okay.
there and they'll send out and they'll say they already have the dates on everything throughout the year for next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And so that way I pick.
Yeah.
I'll get you that by this coming week. We have a lot of our dates already set as well.
But that's what I'm saying. You're going to run into that if you're trying
Yeah.
to put it together on 26 in May.
Yeah.
You may have a lot of those conflicts because
Yeah.
May 1st is a big team.
I'll start making calls.
Yeah.
And if it does, well,
Bro, even if we get 2 or 3 areas, that's okay.
yeah, because we're still having
And then
the
we'll
tournament.
start it.
Yeah, you're still going to have the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it could just be an introductory to this is what we'd like
Yeah.
to do. And especially if you could slate it for the same time every year, like Babes on the Bay, those big tournaments that are all over the state
Yes, sir.
down here.
Babes on the Bay. I did not get invited to that one. When is that one? I'm down.
where are the
when are we going?
babes?
That's out of Port Aransas. And it's a huge tournament, Babes on the Bay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not allowed.
Oh, damn it.
Shit.
Hey, well, you know what?
No, I'm kidding.
I
Thanks a
would
lot,
like. I
Scott.
would like to. I would like to have Scott talk a little bit about what your product is, what it is that
Yeah.
you do with your product. I want to make sure that people
Down here understand
yes
what-
sir, what
Okay.
what it is that your company does and how it's beneficial for a builder to have.
Okay.
For people that don't know, Scott here is the VP of Sales for Structure Warranty, right?
Yeah, for Structure Home Warranty. Yeah, appreciate it, Mario and Ronnie, both for y'all having me down here. Yes, sir. Real brief, it's kind of like I'll say, this is my
Just so you know, we get like thousands of views. So
Oh, okay.
So a lot of people are gonna listen to this.
Okay. Okay, well,
This is your plug.
This is
your plug.
it's okay. I'm going to just give the Reader's Digest version of basically what we do. Anyway, Structure Home Warranty, we're a third-party insurance-backed warranty. We're the strongest financially backed program in the industry. We're backed by Lloyd's of London. We did this back in the 08, went to Lloyd's back in the 08 when we had the last housing crunch because we're a builder product and we only deal with builders and contractors. So what we were trying to do, because you got to remember, and I'm sure you'll remember, back during that housing crunch in 07, 08, there was so much national media about builders going out of business. Well, remember, previous to that, buyers just kind of leaned into builders thinking,
Yeah.
you're going to warranty my house.
Yeah.
Never thought about it. But what the national media did was brought this awareness to these buyers going,
Yep.
hey, if my builder goes out of business, they didn't know all that
Now
liability
what?
falls
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
So it became a huge hot button. As a matter of fact, I used to tell people, I said, we didn't even used to field calls from buyers corporately,
Yeah.
because we only dealt with builders and contractors. Well, when that reporting came out nationwide, we started receiving calls corporately from buyers all over the country that were going, hey, who do y'all cover? Because
Yeah.
they went online and started doing their due diligence and
Yeah.
finding out, here's what y'all do. And yeah, I'm building a house somewhere in the country. And so anyway, it blew up. Fast forward to COVID, then it really blew up because all the buyers started worrying that you may die.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like,
Oh, shit. Yeah.
what if my builder dies? So, so they didn't even start asking about the warranty. It was more like, I just want to protect myself in case my builder dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it was the same type deal. But this was what we do was actually created in the early 70s. And the reason it was to give builders an opportunity to walk away from your structural liability because that's the biggest liability you have
Yeah.
in your production. So what we do as an insurance bank company, we sit there and we take your structural liability from the day of close for a full 10 years. So you're walking away from
Yeah.
it. And that is a huge deal. And because now more than ever that it's being driven by buyers, it's one of those things that we tell, just every one of my builders, I've got a ton of builders across the state, and they just say, we just put it as a line item now. Because it's going to be asked for. The realtors are going to make sure that it's on there if they're dealing with a new home builder or whatever.
Right.
So they're just rolling it in there, which means the buyers are now paying you to transfer 10
Yeah.
years of liability, which is a win-win.
Yep.
It's a perfect win-win.
Right.
Yep.
So as long as you have, and one of the things that people always ask, what's the difference between you and your competition? We all do great jobs. There's companies out there that do great jobs. One other thing, there's three of us in Texas. We have Deanne that's in Houston, Tiffany that's our senior VP in Dallas-Fort Worth, and myself, and then Sherry, our admin. Between us, we have over 67 years just in this industry that we've been doing this. My Sherry Abson, who is my builders call her the ninja, because she is absolutely one of the most efficient people I've ever met in my life. Builders love her, but she processes all my warranties for all my builders. You don't have to call the corporate office. You can call her direct and say, hey, I've got this enrolled, or I have an issue. Man, she's on it. She'll just take care of it. So it's a great customer service. And I know people talk about customer service. Sherry is the ultimate customer service, because you're not having to deal with a phone tree or anything else.
Yeah.
Corporate office. You just call her, call me. You know, I've got, as I said, wherever my cell phone is, you got me. If I miss it, I'll call you right back.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what we do. We offer the 1-2-10, or we have a 10-year only. Structural. A lot of the builders have gone to the 10-year structural only now since the new statute of repose, which is fabulous for the builders, as long as you're using the tab contract or a builder contract that states the Texas Express warranty in there. You have 6 years, and a lot of builders thought that was tied to the structural component, but that's your limits of liability, and you can't be sued past 6 years now,
Gotcha.
where before it was 10. But you got to remember, if you do not have a builder contract like the tab contract that has that express
In their
warranty,
provisions?
you're still having
on
to
the
get
hook.
10 years.
Yeah.
You're still there for 10 years. So a lot of builders were saying, hey, does that mean we can go to a 6-year? Well, you can. We offered a 6-year structural, but here's what's happened. It's been 10 years for so long that you don't want to put yourself in a position. If you went to a 6-year structural and those guys out there that still have to do 10-year, do you want to lose a buyer to a guy across the street giving a 10-year if you're only going to give a 6?
Right.
There's no difference in cost. It's the same thing. So and how you just tell these folks is you just say, hey, we're including this warranty in case I get hit by a train or whatever. You're still protected.
Yeah.
And that's and they love
Peace of mind.
It's peace of mind. But it's the biggest thing is, like I say, it was designed for builders.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of builders that have never done this, they don't understand. You're sitting there on a ton of liability if you don't transfer it.
Right.
Yeah.
So once you figure that out, whether it is or not, because the average major structural failure across America today is right at $100,000.
Yeah.
That's not something you have figured
It ain't
into your
chump
cost.
change, yeah.
You don't have figured into your profit
Yeah.
there. So
Right.
it's just it's another one of those just cost of doing business.
Yeah.
So you just
It's
put
a
it
line
in.
item.
It's a line item, and it's a great marketing tool.
Yeah.
We also have 2 years ago we just started a new pool warranty. Also, it's a 1-2-5-10. So it's one of those things, and we started that because a lot of the pool builders during COVID were upcharging what they were doing.
Oh, cool. For pools.
For swimming
Cool.
pools, yeah. So it's a 1-2-5-10. So if you're already having our warranty on there, you can have it.
You can add a pool to the warranty as well?
Yeah, it's a separate deal, but it's very, very inexpensive. But what it started from a builder, one of the builders already had the trades, and he goes, because there's only like 4 companies, I think, in the state of Texas that do Shot Creek or Gunite, you know. So he had all his trades, was building his pools, and then he would just have them come in. But he wanted a warranty to go with the pool also, since he was doing them.
Okay.
Well, we started out with that because we had pool companies for years ask us to do a pool warranty, and the pool business is kind of, it can be
It's
shaky.
its own island, too.
Yeah, it's its own island too. So we didn't do it, but when we did it for builders, when we started out and developed this product for builders, it was great. Now we have it fine-tuned and everything, and plus the ASR, you know, the pool cancer, I don't know if y'all remember, that was a deal with the concrete that was failing all over. They got that handled in 2003. But anyway, so it's something as an add-on. We also have a warranty management program. It's called First Call. It vets all those warranty calls instead of your superintendents or whatever having to run out for every call. Some of those might not be warrantable items. So it's just a little bit of an add-on call. But anyway, we're a full risk management company, and we can look at anything from builder's risk to general liability to the warranty type package. But you know, we're here. As I said, we're huge. We're a huge sponsor and have been for years. We're going on 30 years in business. And it's just one of the things that our biggest focus is taking care of our builders in our industry.
Question, Scott. A
Yeah.
builder, what kind of things what kind of certain prerequisites does a builder have to show your
The
company?
underwriting documents?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Like, what are they? And then when does this get transferred to your company in order for your company to take the responsibility of the structural?
It's very simple. All we require is 4 things: engineered foundation, pre-pour inspection, frame inspection, and a final or a CO. So if you're in the city, you're going to have all those anyway. Okay, if you're building in the city municipality, you're going to have that. If you build out in the county where they don't require inspections, you would have to have a third party do your frame and final for you, and then just take 4 pictures of each side of the house, and that will be in the file. And then once you give us that, we'll sign off on it. You don't even have to enroll the home until like 2 weeks before you close on it, because that period gives it time to get it on the HUD, and then what they'll do is they just pass out of escrow instead of y'all having to cut a separate check. They just pass out of escrow, and so from the time of close for that full 10 years, it's off your plate.
Yeah.
You have no more structural
And
liability.
that's great peace of mind.
And they got to contact, so builder contacts you?
Yeah, well, we know they'll always contact you first.
Yeah.
As much as you tell them, hey, if you have a structural issue, call Structure.
Yeah.
But they're going to call. All you got to do is tell them to call
If we
us.
got a builder that wants to
just call
purchase
me.
the product,
Yeah,
just call
me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually got to give you a couple of numbers because last night a couple of the guys were like, "Hey, we want to enroll our
Yeah,
homes."
they
Yeah.
wanna go ahead
I
and
need to
start
get your number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he pulled me into the deal last night. I jumped out, got out of the airport and everything. He was like, come on, we got to go to this deal. And I was like, okay, let me go
I
up here and
felt
throw
bad,
this
dude. This guy was
Here's a
flying
bottle
all
of tequila.
day. Welcome to the valley.
Welcome to the valley. You're coming with me.
And they're sitting there asking me for cars last night. I'm going, they're in my briefcase in the hotel. So, yeah, he's got to do some
Cool
secretarial work for me now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
hook 'em up.
it's a great program, and as I said, we're here in any form or fashion to help y'all out in any way we can assist with your growth or anything else, and anything on the state level. Be more than happy to help you. Bring anything we can to it. So
At least navigate
Thank
through
you.
it.
yeah.
Thank you. Well, we appreciate you coming on the podcast.
We do.
Thank you for taking the time to come down here and also being a judge in our gallery.
Sure.
This is the 3rd year that we do a competition style.
Yep.
We hope you enjoy the houses that you see. As you can see, this is one of the houses.
That's what I was saying earlier. This isn't the same valley that I was used to back when my dad used to take me fishing down at Port Isabel.
Well, you got builders like this guy that is like really pushing the envelope on like the creativity that people
you do your own design.
We do. Yeah. It's all in house.
This
Yeah.
is man.
Yeah.
Wow.
badass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on the little judge thingy.
Badass.
I'm just saying.
Mom alone.
You know what? This wasn't fair, bro. This is actually not fair to the other builders. I bring them in first. And so,
I don't know who's building what. Only this house, I do know this.
No, but we like to make sure that all the builders know that the judging is strictly subjective to the judge.
Right.
You judge it however you like. Maybe you like it, but maybe there's going to be another judge that's like, well, this is not my style.
And we don't know.
Yeah.
And as I said, me growing up in the construction business all my life, I was a licensed plumber, and then we did remodels, we did build jobs and everything else. So one of the things is, I'm one of these OCD guys.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the very
Real
detailed
detail.
work,
Yeah.
the detail work,
Yeah.
because I've judged parades before where I went through, and there was one house I'll never forget. There was one house that was it was probably 3/4 of the way finished.
Yeah.
Literally 3/4 of the way finished.
I believe it.
And we had the big awards after that, and I was judged, and the guy comes over, and he didn't get anything. He didn't even get anything because it wasn't a completed house. And he got real upset with me because he was like, how come I didn't
This is
I didn't get any
bullshit.
fun. I was like, the house wasn't finished. He goes, but you could tell what it was going to look like.
Oh
Hello?
my God.
Really?
it was going to end up so much better.
Yeah, it was really going to be a fine finished out job there. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah,
Nah, bro.
I enjoy doing it because it takes me back to, I used to tell builders all the time because they would bitch about the sometimes, when you have the buyers and you're doing your walk and everything, how you've had the blue tape wall where it looked like
Yeah.
a polka dotted wall
Yeah.
and everything. I said, if a superintendent or if your guy, whoever's doing the walk, if you would think that every house you're building it for your mother, it might cut down on a lot of that. If
Right.
you just thought that you're building this house for your mother, would you not fix that or would you not do that?
No, that's good.
It's just something like that. But
Yeah. No, well, once again, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Buddy.
coming down and we're
You're going
very
to see
grateful.
some really cool homes, man.
Yeah.
The guys down here put a lot of thought in what they do.
No,
Yeah.
this is cool. I'm looking forward to it. So
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all having me
Yeah,
once
of course.
again. And as I said, anything I can help y'all with, either way, just give me a call.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, we'll do.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
Yes.